Hi guys, and welcome back to Railbirds TV, and of course we're at the Derby City Classic 2026. We've got some 9-ball action for you, and what a cracker. You might have just seen Josh Villa having a little practice there. There's the handshake for the lag for a race to 9 in this year's Derby City. Josh Villa, reigning champion. He'll be looking to see if he can get another one. I think he's actually going for a three-peat this year. Teutscher, who just come from an amazing match against SVB. Not going to tell you how it finished, but it was a very, very close one. That will also be available on Railbirds TV. Don't forget, guys, right from the start, please, could you just like and subscribe to the channel? There's loads of great action on there, past and present. Josh Villa has won the lag and will break. Really is in fine form at the moment. Josh Villa, some say the best player in the world. Race to 9 it is. We're breaking with 9 on the spot. Breaking from the break box, which is between the first and the third diamonds on that end rail. 3 foul rule is in use. Jumping is allowed this year. I'm Mark White, and it's great to be back with you again, guys, on Railbirds TV. So Josh Villa, no losses so far. Well, I say no losses. He does have one loss against his name, but it was a forfeit. And he's had a couple of brushes with the tournament directors, actually, in this particular tournament. The first one, he was due to play his very good friend, Charivari. I'm sure you know, the great YouTuber. And he actually runs Joshua Villa's YouTube channel for him. And Josh went to bed thinking he was playing at a certain time. He was woken up in the morning by frantic phone calls from the organisers saying, "Where are you? You were on the clock." They changed the time of his match during the night, you know. And Charivari rang him up and said, "Don't worry, no trouble. I'll wait here for you, as you would, being a friend." And the tournament officials said, "No, he's on the clock." And he actually had to race down, just grab whatever clothes he could. And he actually came through that match. And then he did have a forfeit in the second because of ill health. So quite the tournament so far for Joshua Villa. But it's Marco at the table from the Netherlands, but actually resides now in New Zealand. Very, very good player. He's been going deep in a lot of the WPA events just recently. In and out of the corner with a cue ball to finish nicely on this 9-ball and take the opening rag. After it started so well for Joshua. And in it goes, and he's matching Jordan Nike trainers and red jumper. I just mentioned Marco's last match. It's against SVB, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but go and watch it. It's an absolute cracker. That's available on Railbirds TV for you. And we've got lots of other great matches. We've got some one pocket. We've got Banks. Got some great guest commentators for you. Scott Frost. Johnny Archer as well, I believe, is part of the team this year. It's actually Dennis Hatch. I beg your pardon, just had a word in my ear. Dennis Hatch. The Hatchet. Not the Scorpion. Apologies for that, guys. Marco using the Matchroom break almost from the centre, making the one in the side. He actually made 3 balls there. Well worth another look. Balls flying in everywhere. Players really have begun to get the hang of this Matchroom break, the breaking from the box. The Matchroom box is actually a little bit smaller than first diamond to third diamond, but I'm not going to get into that now because it's very, very difficult to explain. I'm sure we did have a graphic once which showed the Matchroom box break. But he's nicely on this 2 ball, just has to knock this long 2 in. Automatically to the 3, which takes him to the 4. So this is a great start, just the start he needs, Marco Teutscher. As you can see, does a lot of working out, keeps himself fit, as a lot of the players do these days. I think gone are the days of the drinking and smoking players who just kind of turned up at the pool room for a practice here and there. It's more of a sport now. Players taking the game very, very seriously, especially at this tournament. You know, we got 701 players and there's no set times of when you're going to play, so you've got to be ready to go whenever. So you've got to keep yourself fit, eat the right food, working out, a little bit of jogging as well, even a bit of meditation and stuff like that. And it seems to be working for Marco, playing some good stuff here. Just a drawback with a bit of left-hand spin maybe. Well, he's gone forward. Same result. Gets him nicely on the 9. So this to double his lead. And it's winner breaks, remember. So he will remain at the table and rack the balls for himself. One on the top of the rack, 9 on the spot, and the 2 must be racked anywhere but at the back. Remember, the 2 used to be racked at the back all the time. Still is where I live in Thailand. They still put the 2 at the back. But it just mixes it up a little bit, doesn't it, when you don't have a set pattern for the rack. We don't want to see the same rack every time. There you see the 2 ball is actually the wing ball on this occasion, depending what side you break from. The 2 and the 7 are your wing balls for this particular break. So going for the 1 into the left-hand side pocket. Watch out for the 7 in the corner as well. Did make the 1. 7 went close, but didn't quite make it. Unfortunately for Marco, no shot on the 2 this time. I'm not sure if he's got a very, very thin edge. I don't think so. So he can play what's called a push out, for those of you new to the game. Can play the white onto any ball. You don't have to hit a rail, you can make any ball. And then your opponent comes to the table, and if he doesn't like the situation that you've left him, you can put him back in again. So Marco looking to see where he can put Joshua in a little bit of trouble, but not too much trouble that he gets it back and then doesn't have a shot himself. So it's a little bit of a strategic move, the push out. Very, very underrated. And you can see just how much thought Marco's putting into this shot. Can cost you the rack. Can also push to a jump as well. Some players do that if they fancy the jump shot themselves. There you go. He's just looking at, if he pushes to there, he's leaving Joshua the jump shot. Will Josh take it on or will he give it back? So there's a lot of thought going into this particular shot. Finally, I think he's just called the push out. So he has pushed to the jump. It's a little tempter for Joshua. Not interested in it, so he gives it to Marco. Marco comes back armed with the short cue. Can either try and bank this 2-ball or just send it away, hit the underside of the 2-ball, send the 2-ball up table, leave the cue ball down this end, hopefully get some cover. Whoa, he's put it straight in. What a great shot. So what a great push out from Marco Teutscher there. Thinking very clearly. He obviously fancied the jump shot himself, should he get it back. And maybe Joshua now ruining the fact that he gave that back to the Dutchman. There's the diamond bridge. Super nice guy, Marco. I met him at the World Championships in Klagenfurt in Austria. Oh, he's gone just a little bit too far. Still got the cut on the 4 into the top right. Just coming round to have a look at the angle now. Going to play this with some left-hand spin to hold the cue ball that end of the table for the orange 5. Fargo rates at the bottom, 8.58. Josh Villa, I believe he's number 1 now in the records in the ratings for Fargo. Marco himself, part of the exclusive 800 club on 802, and he has a 2-0 lead, and he's still only given 40% chance of winning on the stats. And there's a good chance to go 3-0 here against, you've got to say, the favourite, Joshua. Wouldn't call him a slow player, Marco. When he knows the shot, he's pretty quick to get down and play it, but he's just a little bit undecided at the moment. Just slightly awkward for the 6. Oh, he's playing a lovely little drag shot there, though. Great weapon to have in your armoury, that is the drag shot. Well worth practising, guys. It allows you to kind of slow roll a ball without actually slow rolling it. You're actually kind of cutting the cue ball in half. You're dragging it with lots of bottom, but you're not drawing it. You're just slowing the cue ball down with a bit of pace in it. Shot that came from snooker. Playing slow shots over distance, obviously, there's a chance the ball can roll off. So it just allows you to play with a little bit more pace in the ball, a little firmer. And he's taken these very, very well. And this has all come, remember, from the push out, which he played, which Joshua refused. And Marco has taken these absolutely beautifully. What a great run out that was. 3-0. He's a third of the way to the 9 he needs to advance to round 13. 13 is known in the UK for being an unlucky number. Who's it going to be lucky for? Joshua just can't get to the table at the moment. Marco making balls on the break every time, which gives him control of the table. Very, very important. He's sticking with the same break. Why wouldn't you? Just off centre. Cut break, playing the 1 to the side. Watch for the 4 as well. For the 3 as well this time. 3 going close. 1 going close, but not going in. And is often the case. Something will bring the run to a halt. Either a dry break or no look at the next ball. And it is a dry break. Just as I say, he's been breaking so well. A chance for Joshua Filler now to get on the scoreboard. Such a calm character, well suited to this format at Derby City. He always does well here. He is the reigning champion, 9 ball. Very, very accomplished one pocket player, and Banks already just 25 years old. Plays all games well above his years. Super nice guy as well. Always got time for his fans and to have a chat with people. He even does an impression of me on the table, guys. I was in Puerto Rico and he was practicing with Pia, and he said, "Hey, look, here's Mark White playing a shot," and he did an impression of me. It wasn't very flattering, but unlike me, he made the ball. So thanks for that, Josh. And his cue ball really is exceptional. Always leaving himself the right angle to take him to the next ball. There again, nice little angle on this 8 ball just to stand off the side rail. So the German is now, with this 9 ball, an official part of this round 12 match at the 2026 Derby City Classic 9 ball. And more importantly, he has the break back now, so it's in his hands. I think it's fair to say not all of the top players are there this year. Although there's still 701 participants, a lot of them are locals who just love to play the Derby City and get the chance to play against their favourite players and idols. Oh, he's just making a ball there at the last second in the top right hand corner. It looked as if it was going to be dry. Such a compact style. So much knowledge. I think it's a lovely story that His wife also plays. They first met when they were 14 years old, I believe, at the German juniors. And they've been together ever since. What a lovely story that is. And Pia becoming a great player in her own right as well. Plays regularly now on the women's professional tour. Oh dear, Joshua's overrun this by a good 2 feet. Does he still have the edge? If he does, he can still make it. It's a thin one. Just seemed to run and run and run, didn't it? I'm not sure if he got a big bounce off that last cushion. I think he just overhit it. Could be lack of table time. He's not had much opportunity up until this fourth rack. Well, it was a decent enough jump, but this 6 ball is on for the Dutchman. Would like to play it with some low right to come in between the 8 and the 9. Yeah, that was the problem. Could have been worse though. Looked like he tried to get round the back of the 8 as well. I think that was asking a little bit too much. But can run this out 2 rails to finish straightish on the 8 to the bottom left. I think that t-shirt's been on the coat hanger a little bit too long, Marco. Well, didn't expect that. Talking of coat hangers, he's left a hanger. Well, Joshua Filler, very lucky to get away with this one. And I'm sure he was sat there thinking, I'm going to be 4-1 down here. But it's going to be 3-2, a gap of just 1 rack. So, unusual miss for Marco Teutscher on this 7 ball. Wasn't really trying to do too much, just run in and out of the corner with the cue ball. Maybe just took his eye off it. Sometimes your eyes tend to drift to where you want the cue ball to go. And if you do that, you can play across the ball. So, should have been 4-1. Josh right back in this now, just a rack behind. Unlucky kiss on the cue ball, I was going to say, but look where the 2 stayed. He's absolutely perfect on this 2 ball. Just run it through. Cue ball between the 6 and the 7. Just a little bit of high right, where he can come backwards as well to play the 3, but forwards it was. Nice little dab of right hand spin there. Just teasing the cue ball through the gap. Diamond tables, Simonis cloth, Aramith balls. Is there a better combination in the world of pool? Equipment-wise, you'd be hard pushed to find one. just slightly the wrong side of the estate, can just drop it in. Or use a rail. Play the 9 to the top right. And all of a sudden, it's 3-3. And Joshua looking just as threatening as Marco did in the first 3 racks. 3-3 it is. There's Vitali Patsura on the table, top right of your screen. Very good friends with Fedor Gorst. Fedor still going well. I wonder, will the 2 big names meet? Josh and Fedor. Gorst already has etched his name in the history of the Derby City Classic. I was actually there in 2022 when he won Master of the Table. I've got a nice picture of me, Fedor, and 3 checks. I asked him if he'd give me one of them, but you can guess his answer. In Russian, it's Niet. Well, he's played the push out. He's left Joshua part of this 1 ball. Apologies for the camera. I think somebody just kicked the camera. We're just going to straighten it up for you guys. If we have any OCD sufferers, of which I'm one, things looking much better now. I can relax again. So he's going to have to swerve this with some left-hand spin to kick it from behind, if that's the route he wants to go. So just raising the butt of the cue, spinning, left-hand spin, hit this bottom rail about where the diamond is, the middle diamond. Oh, he caught it a little bit thin, was looking to get into the cue ball a little bit more there, and he's left this on. Good chance now for filler. Two and 3, no problem. 4 ball, nicely placed in the centre. Such a nice stroke. Strokes the ball with authority, but also smoothness. He's not afraid to have a lot of cue overhang from the bridge. He's a pretty compact player in general. Not much can go wrong with his technique. Likes to keep the cue ball on a short string. Just such a natural player. Really is beautiful to watch. Filler in full flight. Well deserving of the nickname Killer Filler. And tends to use the loop bridge more than most players. And all of a sudden, from possibly being 4-1 down, he's 4-3 up. World 9-ball champion in 2018 and World 8-ball champion in 2024. That was in New Zealand, where he won the World 8-ball, Marco Teutscher's new home. Yeah, a little bit disappointed with where the 2 balls ended up. Another great aspect of Filler's game is his safety. Works very, very hard on that, and he's up there with the best kickers in the world also. Very, very smart player. I remember in the Mosconi Cup a couple of years back when he was up against Fedor Gorst. He played those 2 absolutely amazing kick and sticks on the 7 ball. Just waiting for a player on the next table. Just taking a sip of water, keep himself hydrated. Not a lot of room to play with here. 2 balls surrounded by the 9 and the 3. He's got to get this dead right. We'll try and just push it onto the rail, I think. Hopefully get some cover. Oh, he's gone with power. Apologies for the camera angle. We only had room for 1 camera here, unfortunately. Very, very tight for space at the Derby City Classic for camera-wise. But we're doing our best. Hopefully it's not spoiling your enjoyment too much, guys. And the chance here for Joshua to build up a 2-rack lead. Six to 7, 7 to 8. 9 ball is okay. Into the top or the bottom corners. Anywhere but straight on this 7. Can draw out of this with some low left. Fabulous to watch this man in action. What a treat. So many great players around at the moment. It really is a great era for Paul. It's in a better place than it's been for many, many years. And we all love a bit of free Paul, don't we? Railbirds will never charge you for this, so please like and subscribe, guys, to the channel. And then if you hit that little bell, just give a little click as well while you're there, and then every time we go live, you'll be the first to know. We'll send you a little notification. And there's already lots of great archive stuff on the site as well. There's all the classics on there. Years of Derby City, amongst other stuff. There's some great trick shot stuff as well. The World Trick Shots. Florian, I believe, just won his second title in a row. Always good entertainment, the trick shots. So 2, 3, 4. Just need a little bit of attention. Just a little bit of movement to do. And as always, he's really nicely on this 3-ball. Zigzag across the table for the purple 4. And should be straightforward here on in. Now, if he is dead straight on this, I don't think he is, though. I don't think he can go forwards here. He's going to have to draw. Yeah, just a little stun up. Leaves himself half ball on this 7-ball. Playing the 8 into the same pocket, I would imagine. Just really does know his way around a table, doesn't he, Josh Villa? Good view of the backhand. And has found another gear here. From 3-1 down, he's won 5 in a row. He now leads 6 racks to 3. And if I'm Marco Teutscher, I'm taking a little break here. It's kind of slipping away from him. Fill up 2/3 of the way there to the winning post. And more importantly, he's beginning to break very well also. Well, that wasn't as he intended, I don't think. Could have been trying to make the wing ball. Let's have another look at this. Well, whatever he played, he finished absolutely plumb on the 1. And he's off again. And his pace is increasing. Just a soft little draw here. Nothing spectacular. Just keeping it simple, keeping the cue ball in the centre of the table. Always leaving himself an angle on the next ball to get to the next one. Now, he overran position on the 6 a little bit earlier on, you might remember. He's done so once again, but it's not as dangerous this time. Just a slight change of plan. Wow, what a beautiful shot that was. Really has got that cue ball on a very, very short piece of string. Villa in full flight, doing what he does best. And within a blink of an eye, he moves within 2 racks of the 9 he needs to go to the next round. Teutscher a mere spectator in the last 6 racks. Hasn't had a look really. And he's in a real hurry as well. In round 2, he had to forfeit after the drama in round 1. He had to forfeit in round 2. He had a stomach bug. Oh, little bit of jiggery pokery there with the rack. I guess the generic term is template. I'm not sure of the make of them, guys, so I don't want to upset anyone. Well, he has power and he has finesse. Just beautiful to watch. How lucky are we to be living in the same era as this young man. I really believe he's the best in the world. I really do. Bit early to be calling him a GOAT, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of people in years to come, say in 20 years or so, when he's won everything there is to win in the game. Already won world title, US Open, numerous other titles, Euro Tours. I think he won 6 in a row, Euro Tours. Unprecedented, such difficult tournaments to win the Euro Tours. European Championships, you name it, he's won it. And still only 25 years old. Tremendous achievement. Oh, is he going to be unlucky? No, he's not. He's going to be absolutely perfect. Well, this is a sheer masterclass. Forget the first 3 racks where Marco was just as impressive. Oh, he's overrun this one slightly though. Well, it's not over yet. This 6 ball has been a little bit of a troublesome ball for the German, positional wise, and so it proves to be again. He's hooked himself on the 7 this time from that pesky 6 ball. So maybe there's a little bit of a twist still in this story. Needs a bit of luck here, Filler. Oh, he's going to get it as well. Look at that. Left a possible bank for Marco. A possible safety in behind the 8 as well. What does he fancy? He's been away from the table for so long. He's going to need the extension on the cue. He's quite a tall young man. I would need a step ladder for that shot. I think he's going in behind the 8 here. Yeah, just drifting it over with some right-hand spin. Filler knew exactly what was coming. 2-rail escape. Try and kick it in the side for good measure. No doubt he's going to hit it, but where does it go? That's the thing. He'll be looking to send this down table to the centre, right where that rack is. Oh, he's called it way too thin. And a scratch as well. So this match not over just yet. A reprieve, last minute reprieve, looked like a death sentence. Last minute phone call. Joshua will be bitterly disappointed he didn't finish the job there. It was a positional shot he played to the 6 initially, this one, and then got a little bit unlucky. It looked like he was going to have a straight in 7 ball. Great safety from Marco, forced an error. And we're at 8-4. Now Marco breaking off from where Filler has been breaking off. Marco's changed his break here. Was going central. Oh, maybe wish he hadn't. Dry break. Nothing really doing on the 1 ball, attacking wise. Could be very adventurous and play the cue ball into the 8. Could just play a straightforward safety. Let's see what he chooses. Oh, not quite good enough. There is the nose of the yellow just poking out. Does he have the combo on the 4, or is that the 2? I beg your pardon. I've got to say, I do like the pink 4, but this is old school. This is going back to the olden days where it was a purple 4 until the TV pink came along. Just needs to undercut the 1 ball slightly. Has he got enough of the yellow, though, to play that shot? To make the ball into the corner. No, he didn't have it. And Marco could well have played his final shot in this match. Not what you would call straightforward table, a little bit of manoeuvring to do. Four ball is the key ball. Would like to have been. I think he's okay, you know. Can just hold for the 5 to the same pocket. Yeah, had to play it off of the left-hand jaw as we look. But surely now Joshua can finish the job. Didn't start great. Went 3-0 down, 3-1 down. But then went on a bit of a rampage. This time, no problem. Nicely on the 7 ball. And Marco offers the hand, doesn't need to see the 8 and the 9 go down. The cue comes apart. He gives up and says, well played, Josh Filler. You were the better man on the day. It certainly was. Terrific stuff. So it's Josh Filler that moves on to round 13. Marco Teutscher left to lick his wounds and practice a few of those shots. I think he's going to have a little practice at the break, actually. I think he was disappointed with the way he was breaking, tried to change it up, but it didn't work. But it's Filler that goes through. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Mark White. Look out for more great stuff coming on Railbirds TV, guys. We've got more 9-ball action, more banks, and some more one pocket for you as well. But for now, ta-da.